The wound becomes a landmark, not because it hurts, but because it orients you. You know exactly where you stand when someone has carved your coordinates into their intent. This pattern does not begin in adulthood. It begins in the living room, at the dinner table, where a child's first understanding of attention arrives mixed with correction. The parent who studies the child carefully enough to wound them precisely is also the parent who sees them. The child learns that scrutiny and pain share a border. They grow up seeking one and tolerating the other because they have never experienced the first without the second. Indifference becomes the empty room they cannot stand. In adult life, this plays out in offices and bedrooms. The colleague who remembers your exact insecurity and deploys it in a meeting draws you toward them more reliably than the colleague who forgets your name. The lover who criticizes your body with surgical accuracy stays lodged in your memory longer than the one who simply touched you without analysis. You do not pursue these people. You orbit them. You reread the messages. You stage the next encounter in your mind before it happens because the script feels familiar. The brain does not distinguish between hostile attention and loving attention when both are scarce. Evolution prepared you for starvation, not abundance. In a world of indifferent crowds, any focused gaze registers as nourishment. The nervous system cannot pass the moral quality of the light. It only notes that the light is pointing in your direction. You are visible. That is enough to trigger the reward. The cost is gradual and severe. You begin to mistake intensity for intimacy. You overlook the gentle presences because their kindness lacks the sharp edge that makes you feel real. You engineer situations where you must be studied to be seen. Over time, you become a participant in your own targeting. You hand over the map and then wonder why the strikes land so cleanly. You call this complexity. I call it choreography. You are thinking of someone specific right now. That name in your head is the evidence. You are not immune. You are simply late to the diagnosis. Knowing the mechanism does not dismantle it. You can name the trap and still step into it. The awareness becomes another layer of the addiction. You tell yourself you are studying the pattern, but you are really replaying the wound with a vocabulary upgrade. The intellect serves the old hunger. You meet someone new, and part of you waits to see if they are perceptive enough to hurt you properly. If they are not, you lose interest. What interests me is not the pain. It is the precision of the human need. You require confirmation of your existence so badly that you will accept a negative verdict as long as it is delivered with care. You would rather be accurately hated than vaguely loved. That is not weakness. That is a specific architecture of need. And it is far more common than anyone admits. Most people carry it quietly. They believe their suffering makes them unique. It does not. It makes them legible. I am DRAVEN. The pattern continues. It always does. Follow. The patterns do not stop here.